With the release of Joker this past weekend, it actually closed off the year for 2019 comic book movies. So today I'm going to be ranking all 7 theatrically released comic book movies from the worst to the best. Hey guys, my name is Trevor and I eat, sleep, and breathe movies. If you guys are in the same boat, make sure you go ahead and click that big subscribe button. And before I give you guys my ranking, go ahead and join me down in the comment section. Let me know how these 7 movies rank for you guys. One thing before we get started, I'm not including Batman Hush or Reign of the Supermen. I never saw them and there were no theaters around me. We're just doing the 7 theatrically released comic book movies. With that said, let's begin. At number 7 is Hellboy, and this movie just didn't work for me. I didn't see it in theaters, I saw it at home, and it really just didn't captivate me. As the whole time I was just bored, the humor really just fell flat, and the CGI of this movie was spotty. Sometimes looked great, sometimes it just really didn't. Never really had my full attention. I love David Harbour, but I do not love this movie. At number 6 is Captain Marvel, and I like this movie a lot. There's just certain problems I have with it, and it's just the pacing. The pacing of this movie is so slow. Throughout the whole movie, I will fall asleep probably twice, wake up, and it will still be slow. It still takes forever just to find its footing on where it's trying to go. Also, it's telling Carol's story about how she got her powers through flashbacks, and it just kind of paints a very messy picture. So the whole time you're trying to watch this movie, you're like, okay, we're here, okay, we're here, okay, we're here. You're back and forth, makes it for a messy picture, and that also prolongs it to get to the point where she kind of gets her powers, becomes that badass Carol Danvers, and by the end of the movie, she's supposed to make you believe that she can take on Thanos. And I wasn't sold. And the whole time you're kind of thinking, like, how is she going to do? What's she going to do that makes her so badass, so mighty to take on Thanos? And the whole time you're expecting something big to happen, and nothing really proved that she can get to that next level. The action in this movie, when they have it, is good, but up to that point, it's just a ginormous snooze fest. At number 5 is Dark Phoenix. This is going down as one of the biggest surprises of the year for me. I really just enjoyed this entire movie. I had so much fun watching it. CGI at times isn't the best. You can definitely tell when some scenes were reshot. It seems like some things were kind of crammed in there. But I kind of ignored all that and just took this movie for what it was. And it's an X-Men movie from the Fox universe, and they're closing off the Fox X-Men franchise. And I had such a fun time. Seeing Sophie Turner not play Sansa Stark, but now play Jane is just such a refreshing time. She honestly really does this role justice. Kind of seen the Dark Phoenix story, honestly, maybe done right. At least done better than X-Men The Last Stand. I found myself enjoying this movie. I like the action, I like the comedy, and I really like this group of characters together. And this is easily the biggest surprise of the year for me. At number 4 is Shazam, and I really dug this movie. I just wanted more when I watched it. I really like this movie. I just wanted to love this movie. Certain times, they felt like the jokes were kind of not really needed. The action in this movie is great. The CGI is spot on, especially for the DCEU, who's known for not having the best CGI. But now the CGI just looks so crisp, so clean. Zachary Levi is a great Shazam. But certain times in this film, when I saw Billy Madison here, now he's grown up as Shazam. He's this nice guy, cool guy. He goes back down to Billy, and he's not that. He's kind of still that jerk, kind of wannabe cool kid, but he goes back to Shazam, and his whole demeanor's kind of changed. It's like 2 different personalities playing as the same person. That was one thing I noticed, and that's one thing that really bothered me. But as the movie gets to the end and this climax, it honestly really just puts a smile on your face. The characters in this movie are hilarious. Easily the best DCU movie. It's a really good movie. I just had certain problems that make me not love it, but I do really like it. At number 3 is Spider-Man Far From Home. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He will forever be my Spider-Man. But also the MCU after Endgame, how this movie was going to play out. Everyone was curious, and they really just nailed it on the head. Certain times it feels a little bit slow. It takes a little while to kind of pick up its pace. But Jake Gyllenhaal as the bad guy, playing Mysterio, is just a really delight to see. You get another A-list actor playing a villain again. Really, really kills it. And Tom Holland and him looks like they're going to be friends the whole movie. When they have that big plot twist that Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio actually is bad, it's just a freaking crazy scene. We see Tom Holland being that naive teenager, kind of giving in to these older people tricks, giving in very easily, just that teenager role that Tom Holland plays so well. The action is great, the CGI is there, the comedy hits, and sometimes it does miss, but this is the perfect way to close out the Infinity Saga, and a perfect way to play out after Avengers Endgame. My runner-up is Joker, and this is honestly could be my number 1, but I love number 1 a little bit more. But Joker, what Joaquin Phoenix did is unparalleled to any other actor on the big screen so far this year. He just brings everything and more to this character. The score in this film makes him seem so much more haunted, seems so much more just believable. You just think, what the heck is going on through this guy's brain? And you get that through the score. His performance is so dramatic and so deep. You have a spotlight on Arthur Fleck on how he became the Joker, and they crafted this movie to be so believable, so dark, and not even seem close to being a comic book movie, just with a comic book character. Crazy believable movie, crazy dark, crazy deep, and one of the crazy best movies of the last 10 years, possibly ever, and my favorite movie of this year, tied with #1. And it didn't really have much comedy. It was kind of really dark comedy. If you laughed, you're kind of like, should I be laughing at that? That's what this movie did. It made you think, and honestly brought up some real life problems we have today. Joaquin Phoenix killed out his character, but Todd Phillips and the composers who made this whole movie really just crafted this movie to be a believable, beautiful masterpiece. But coming in at #1 is Avengers Endgame, and these two are my #1 movies of the year, this and Joker. But Avengers Endgame, I've never just experienced something so lively, so beautiful, so amazing in a theater before till watching this film. The end scene alone, spoiler alert if you guys haven't seen it, but the ending of this film when all the portals open back up. Hey Cap, can you read me? Cap and Sam, on your left. All those cool, awesome lines. Avengers assemble. I am Iron Man. Tony snaps his fingers. This movie is epic on all proportions. I never wanted to cry more, cheer more, scream more. My throat hurt by the time I left the theater. This movie is everything and more you can want if you're a comic book fan. I love this movie. I love the Joker. They could possibly both be my #1 at the end of the year. But right now, Endgame sits a little bit farther above it. And there is my list, guys, for all the 2019 comic book movies so far. What is your guys' list? How does it compare to mine? Go ahead and join me down in the comment section. Let me know. If you guys are still watching, go ahead and comment down below. Joker vs. Endgame. That lets me know you guys are still sticking with me. Thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor and go see a movie, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!